Let's see how many animals they've killed a day. 1.5 animal deaths per day. That's impressive. Neuralink has been killing 1.5 animals per day. I'm very impressed. We were talking about Neuralink, right? Because there was a story that kind of came out. It was a Photoshop screenshot, turned out to not be true. But basically, it was being like, hey, Neuralink, they've been murdering 3,000 monkeys. That seems not likely considering how tight the regulation on research animals are. But it does seem like he has been employing, shall we say, less than legal, less than ethical ways of getting animals. So it looks like he's been killing a lot of animals, not just monkeys. The claim I was able to verify from March of this year was that Neuralink had killed 65% of their test monkeys. Now, they have probably killed way more animals than that. Monkeys, test monkeys, specifically like rhesus macaws, those are really expensive, like $500,000 or more each. They are tightly controlled. There's a lot of regulation for them. They are worth their weight in gold. They are very valuable to research, especially neuro research. There is a lot of paperwork, a lot of oversight, a lot of regulations on those. And like I said, losing a single one due to a stupid accident, career ending. It's a career ending disaster. You fucking kill a monkey by a research monkey by accident, you're fucking done.
You're fired.
Usually having a fatality rate of like losing more than a couple of them gets a lot of regulation, a lot of investigation, and you might have trouble or impossibility getting more in the future. It was weird that despite that, you know, you think somebody, you know, like they're at the bar, it's 3 a.m., the monkey bartender's like cutting them off. They're like, ooh, I think you had too many monkeys, buddy. I think you had too many monkeys. They keep dying. You got a pile of monkey corpses over there. We can't keep giving them to you. They somehow killed 65% of the 25 research monkeys they had, which is fucking insane. Judging by the fact UC Berkeley has refused to turn over the paperwork and IDs for the monkeys that died and the monkeys that they have, leads us to the inevitable conclusion that did they get monkeys illegally? Did they get black market research monkeys? That seems to be the question that comes to mind. Did they buy black market research monkeys? And that's just the monkeys, right? So they've been working with tons of other animals too. Rats, pigs, sheep, humans, presumably, that don't know. The people in Elon's mentions. They're already testing Tesla full self-driving on every single person on public streets in America and China. Why wouldn't they be testing all this stuff? So judging by the fatality rate and the seeming recklessness of the testing with the animals, it leads me to believe that Elon is getting involved directly, and he is overriding shit. He is absolutely overriding stuff and saying, nope, fucking put it in, test it on him, put it in there. So let's pull this up here. 20 plus Neuralink workers have come forward to expose Elon's mishandling and abuse, leading to federal investigations with a long list of his completely stupid and dangerous decisions. Yo, no, this is like verifying what I thought, right? That he is just like acting like a fucking moron and everyone's like, please, Mr. Musk, don't. And he's like, fucking do it or you're fired. And they're like, Mr. Musk, we can't. He's like, I don't fucking care. It's illegal. Fucking, I don't care. Do it or you're fired. Considering, like I said, that SpaceX and Tesla have entire bureaucracies designed to protect the workers and the company from his bad decisions, it does not surprise me that a company that is younger or he has more direct control over, like Twitter or Neuralink, where there's less of a bureaucratic installation like SpaceX, he's gonna be fucking shit up. They went to the FBI. They went to the federal investigators with a list of his decisions. The company has killed 1,500 animals thanks to Elon's lack of skill. They are facing federal investigation over this because he is so fucking stupid. Damn, how is he that stupid? At the end of the day, he is just such a thin-skinned and control freak that he just like has to have his way, even if it is absolutely disastrous. Dr. Robotnik did not kill the animals. That's true. Dr. Robotnik is better at preserving the safety of animals, despite the fact his entire thing was trying to catch and kill a hedgehog. Reuters, Elon's Neuralink. Now the article says that Neuralink is a medical device company. I would maybe push back on claiming that they make medical devices or really do anything. It seems like they are a company that has just stolen a bunch of research from one of the founder's mentors, reproduced his research, and then in the process killed thousands of lab animals. It's under investigation for potential animal welfare violations amid internal staff complaints that animal testing is being rushed, causing needless suffering and deaths. Oh boy. Neuralink is developing a brain implant it hopes will help paralyzed people walk again and cure other neurological ailments. Now, remember, Neuralink was founded for that, and there's like a lot of really weird shit with it too, because they're basically claiming it's going to have hundreds of electrodes, and it's going to affect memory, depression, mood, all these things that is impossible without it being a deep brain implant, which are extremely dangerous and are only done in like really rare cases. Think about your hypothalamus. That's all the way through. There is so much chance for things to go wrong putting one of those in. And he's like, oh, this is to help paralyzed people, regain control of their limbs. No, I want to help people talk to AIs so the AIs don't kill us. His long-termist shit. He said that helping paralyzed people walk is like a failure state for Neuralink. The federal probe, which has not been reported, has opened in recent months by the Department of Agriculture's Inspector General at the request of a federal prosecutor. Uh-oh. The probe focuses on violations of the Animal Welfare Act, which governs how researchers treat animals and test on animals. There's laws for all of these things. He just ignores the laws. The investigation has come at the time of growing employee dissent about Neuralink's animal testing, including complaints that pressure from CEO Elon Musk to accelerate development has resulted in botched experiments. According to a review from Reuters, dozens of test documents and conversations, interviews with more than 20 employees. That's pretty damning. Such failed tests had to be repeated, increasing the numbers of animals tested and killed, the employees say. The company documents include previously unreported messages, audio recordings, emails, presentations, reports, etc. Musk has not responded to requests for comment. Reuters could not determine the full scope of the federal investigation and whether it involved the same alleged problems identified by employees in Reuters interviews. A spokesperson for the USDA Inspector General has declined to comment. In all, the company has killed 1,500 animals, including more than 280 sheep, pigs, and monkeys. Yay! Following experiments since 2018, according to records reviewed by Reuters and sources with direct knowledge of the company's animal testing. The sources characterized the figure as a rough estimate because the company does not keep precise records on the numbers of animals tested and killed. Neuralink has also conducted research using rats and mice. To reiterate, Neuralink does not have records for how many animals they killed. You know it's bad when your company's killing so many research animals, they're like, there's really no point in keeping records, right? Best case scenario, the records would just make us look bad. Why do we keep records? Why don't we keep records? Our monkey budget's $5 billion. We don't need records. We can just go and get more monkeys. Let's see how many animals they've killed a day. 1.5 animal deaths per day. That's impressive. Neuralink has been killing 1.5 animals per day. I'm very impressed. That is a level of efficiency in animal killing. The number of animal deaths does not necessarily indicate that they are violating research practices. Many companies routinely use animals in experiments. No shit. And they face financial pressure to quickly bring products to markets. Animals are typically killed when the animals' experiments are completed, so they can be examined post-mortem. The current and former Neuralink employees say the number of animal deaths is higher than it needs to be. for reasons relating to Musk's demand for speed research. He really thinks if he just like yells at you like, do the science harder, do the science faster, do it better, work harder, it's just gonna magically come into existence. That's kind of how he thinks. Remember like the Musk phone? He was like, oh yeah, we'll just make our own cell phone. No, you're not. Employee interviews have identified 4 experiments involving 86 pigs and 2 monkeys that were marred by human error. Okay, so 86 pigs and 2 monkeys died due to human error. Nice. The mistakes weakened the experiment's research value and required the tests to be repeated, leading to more animals being killed. 3 people attributed the mistakes to lack of preparation by a staff working in a pressure cooker environment. One employee, in a message seen by Reuters, wrote an angry missive to colleagues about the need to overhaul how the company organizes animal surgeries to prevent hack jobs. The rush schedule, the employee wrote, resulted in underprepared and overstressed staffers scrambling to meet deadlines and making last-minute changes before surgeries. Musk has pushed hard to accelerate Neuralink's progress, which depends heavily on animal testing. And remember, once again, Musk said 6 months before it's approved to be put in humans. Okay, buddy, 6 months? Great. I can't wait. I am excited for a year from now, if that happens, we start seeing all the news stories about the early adopters of Neuralink chewing their fingers off. We're about to have the world's first batch of cyberpsychosis, like from Cyberpunk. So he has pushed to accelerate. He sent staffers an article that Swiss researchers developed an electrical implant that helped a paralyzed man walk again. We could enable people to use their hands and walk again in daily life. 10 minutes later, he says, in general, we are not moving fast enough. It's driving me nuts. He really thinks things can just be done instantly. It's literally like, why haven't you figured it out yet? Why haven't you figured out the science yet? Why don't you have a product? Why isn't it working? Why haven't you figured it out? And it's like, dude, you're fucking talking about sci-fi shit. And you're asking them to invent tech for extremely sophisticated, dangerous, complex things that we do not fully understand. You are asking them to invent science fiction technology, human-machine interfaces far more complex than anything we have ever seen. You're asking them to do it cheaper, faster, and safer. You're basically asking them to do magic and then confused why they haven't made it work yet. This kind of shit takes decades. On several occasions over the years, he has told employees to imagine they had a bomb strapped to their heads in an effort to get them to move faster. What? You have a bomb on your head. You're gonna die if you don't kill 20 more monkeys in the next 15 minutes. You know, there's something else. There's something else that has promised to cure schizophrenia, depression, tinnitus, and Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases. Chat, do you know what that is? It actually lost a lawsuit over promising this. No, not seed oils. Bang! 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 If you ain't banging, you ain't hanging. Bang! Yeah, Bang energy drink. The CEO claimed that it would cure developmental disabilities, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, depression, every schizophrenia. He's like, yeah, the energy drinks will cure all that. So he's like, he's upset that they're not doing magic and basically creating this shit from thin air. I don't understand. He's like a child, right? He's like a child without object permanence. He's like throwing a temper tantrum. He's like, why did you make the brain robot? I want to play Cyberpunk with my mind. Where's my chip? And they're like, Mr. Musk, it's impossible. Like, you're asking us to do the impossible. We're going to need like $50 billion and like 20 years to make something like this. He's like, go faster. I want it now. He's telling them to imagine they have a bomb strapped to their head, basically telling them, guys, you need to imagine that you're going to die if you don't do this research faster. And actually, you know, to be fair, once we get the Neuralink rolled out, I'm going to put an explosive charge in it. I'm going to put it in all your brains. And if you don't finish it quicker, it's going to blow up. On one occasion, Musk told employees he would trigger a market failure at Neuralink unless they made more progress. A threat to shut down operations, right? So he's like, oh, I'll just kill the company if you guys don't work faster. 5 people who worked on their animal experiments told Reuters they raised concerns internally. They said they advocated for more traditional testing methods, yeah, no shit, in which researchers test one element at a time and draw relevant conclusions before moving on. Oh my god, you have to control variables. So he's having them test multiple things at once, wasting so much time because if there's a problem or there's a result, you tested multiple things at once. You cannot properly determine causation. You cannot determine points of failure if there's multiple variables. He had to be told that they needed to only test one thing at a time, and he said no. Instead, Neuralink launches tests in quick succession before fixing issues in earlier tests. The result? More animals are tested and killed, in part because it leads to repeated tests. This is just such bad science, too, right? Like, in addition to being stupid and cruel, it's just bad science. Like, you're not gonna get good results this way. One former employee who asked management several years ago for more deliberate testing was told it wasn't possible given Musk's demand for speed. Two people told Reuters they left the company over concerns about the research. The problems with Neuralink's testing have raised questions internally about the quality of data. Such problems could delay human trials, which Musk said he wants to start in the next 6 months. It adds to a growing list of headaches for Musk. FDA, the US FDA, is in charge of reviewing the company's applications for approval of its medical device and associated trials. The company's treatment of animals, however, is regulated by the USDA. Musk's impatience with Neuralink as a company has grown as the company, which was launched in 2016, have missed deadlines on several occasions to win regulatory approval to start clinical trial in humans. Buddy, you are asking them to do magic technology, and then you're like, this is really fucked up, guys. We keep missing clinical trial deadlines. He really fucking thought that he was just gonna be able to, like, snap his fingers, and they were gonna be doing human trials in, like, 2 years or something. My God. He is so detached from reality. Some Neuralink rivals are having more success. Synchron, which was launched the same year and is developing a different implant with less ambitious goals, received FDA approval in 2021. The company's devices allow paralyzed people to text and type by thinking alone. Synchron has tested on animals, but it only killed 80 sheep. Synchron has declined to comment. Yeah, I'm sure Reuters asked Synchron, guys, what's your secret? How do you kill so many less sheep? Literally, like, the vast majority of all of our trials are dying. We have no clue if the data is actually good or not. So even the problems we have from everything dying, we're kind of unsure what it is because, you know, our data is fucked. When are we starting on humans? In some ways, Neuralink treats its animal well, employees said in interviews. Musk has boasted about building a monkey Disneyland in their facility where lab animals can roam, a former employee said. He told them that he wanted the monkeys to live in a monkey Taj Mahal. Musk said he disliked using animals for research, but he wanted to make sure that they were the happiest animals alive while they were alive. Other animals, though, animals have fared less well when used in the company's research. Complaints about the company's testing involved its initial partnership with the University of California, Davis. In February, an animal rights group, the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, filed a complaint over the project because of botched surgeries that killed a monkey. The group alleges the surgeons used the wrong surgical glue twice, which led to the monkeys suffering and dying, while other monkeys had complications from implants. The company has acknowledged that they have killed 6 monkeys on the advice of UC staff because health problems from experiments. It said the glue was a complication from FDA-approved product. UC Davis, for their part, has said, we are following all laws and regulations. Well, that's encouraging. A federal prosecutor in the Northern District of California has referred to the animal rights group's complaint to the Inspector General, which has launched a formal probe. Very cool. The probe is concerned with testing and treatment of animals in their facilities. A spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office declined to comment. The director of Animal Law and Policy Institute at Vermont Law Graduate School said it's very unusual for the USDA Inspector General to investigate research subjects. The mistakes leading to the unnecessary animal deaths included one instance where 25 out of 60 pigs in a study had devices that were the wrong size. Oh my God, they are making like basic mistakes. They put the wrong size device in the animal's brains. The mistake raised alarms that it was a red flag to FDA reviewers and that they would get in trouble. All the animals were killed. On another occasion, staff accidentally implanted Neuralink's device onto the wrong vertebra of 2 pigs in 2 separate surgeries. Everyone's just making insane mistakes, which could have been averted by counting the vertebra. Sam Baker, the company veterinarian, advised his colleagues to kill the pigs to end their suffering. Yeah, low chance for full recovery, current psychological well-being. We decided euthanasia was the only appropriate course of action, he wrote the day after the surgery, adding a broken heart emoji. Employees have sometimes pushed back against Musk's demands to move fast. Some Neuralink employees protested after a manager said that Musk had encouraged them to do complex surgery on pigs soon. The employees resisted on the grounds that the complexity would lengthen the amount of time the pigs would be under anesthesia, risking their health. They argue they should first figure out how to cut down the time. Company says that they only test on animals when it exhausted other research options. Bullshit. But the company messages say otherwise. During a November 30th presentation and a company broadcast on YouTube, for example, Musk said the surgeries were used at a later stage of the process to confirm the device works, rather than testing early hypotheses. We are very careful, he said. In October, a month before Musk's comments, Autumn Sorrells, the head of animal care, ordered employees to scrub exploration from their study titles retroactively. Neuralink records reviewed by Reuters contained numerous references over the years to exploratory surgeries, and 3 people said strongly rejected the notion that they avoid exploratory tests on animals. Company discussions reviewed by Reuters showed several employees expressing concerns about the request. One noted the request seemed to be designed to provide better optics. Neuralink. So not only is Musk demanding the impossible, he is demanding that the impossible be done as soon as humanly possible, and he throws temper tantrums whenever it's not done. As a result, Neuralink has turned into an animal killing factory. Very cool. Very cool, guys. Very cool. He's just like, guys, I need you to do the epic bacon science super fast. I need you to make cyborgs real so I can fuck cyborgs, Mr. Musk says. He wants to download his brain to computers and shit like that. Imagine if Jade had cybernetics. Oh my god, it'd be so cool. What if Jade could talk to me psychically?